Hey there, it's a slot machine here, and we are live tonight with our guest, King Jason Slots.
Hi, everyone.
So I do want to say hi to In the Game. Hey, everybody. Hey, Penny D. How my bear? Hi, Straight Up. Hi, Anthony. What's up? Hi, what squad says what? I'm curious, are you able to read the chat?
Yes.
That's good. And hi, Jake Holmes. I hope everybody is having a good day today. So, King Jason, while we wait for people to come on in, I'm wondering, how has your day been so far?
I've had a great day. I was feeling a little under the weather, so I took today off from work, but I'm feeling better now. So I'm happy to be here.
That's good to hear. Hey, Kino Caddy. Hey, Kino Kid. Hey, Straight Up, and hey, Gambleholic. Hey, Slaughterholic. So nice to see you here. And I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. Hi, Slaughterholic. Hi, Gambling Granny. Hi, Shaka Slots and Kino Kid.
Yeah, I'm like wondering. I also hope that you have a special drink for tonight.
It's my medicine. I have a glass of wine.
What kind of wine? Goes a long way. Yeah, and also, weirdly enough, I have not drank wine in ages, but what I like to do is I like to drink wine with soda water.
Okay. Do you have a drink of choice, Simon?
My drink of choice when I'm not gambling or playing slot machines is a rum runner. But when
I love a rum runner. That reminds me of Atlantic City. I used to drink those and Mai Tais. Those were my two favorites.
Nice. Yeah.
Hi, Lucky Beach. Hi, In the Game.
Awesome.
I'll let you do the hellos.
I'll do all the hellos first. Alright, so you can also do the hellos too. And
okay.
My other favorite drink I like to have is red wine at dinner. And I'm curious, like, when you have like a rum runner, are you usually at the casino?
Yes, I've never had a rum runner anywhere other than the casino.
Same. Yes. The weird thing is I'd not like to drink and gamble at the same time because it does lead to impaired judgment.
I feel like my judgment's already impaired the minute I walk through the door at the casino. The alcohol doesn't really change anything for me.
I didn't know that.
It just makes losing a little happier.
Yes. Somebody recommended that I drink a little bit before I do a live stream, and I'm like, oh no, because it just can make things go wrong extremely fast.
Do you feel a little nervous when you're live still? I saw one of your lives. I thought you did a fabulous job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alkino Kid brings up a really interesting point. It corrects my judgment. And yes, when I go live, I still get very nervous as if I'm going up on stage for a 5th grade play. And I do not memorize all of my lines.
Hi, Lori Luckbox. Yeah, I feel the same way. Even to this day when I go live, my heart's pounding right as I press the button. But usually once I press the button, it's like, okay, now I'm just talking to friends. It's no big deal.
Same here. I am curious, what makes you the most nervous about going live?
For me, it's the tech. Like, if your internet connection's bad or, like, you know what I mean? Like, you always want to give your viewers a great show. And that's hard to do if the internet's not working well. And a lot of times I play at Cosmo where their internet has been horrible.
Oh, no.
That's what makes me the most nervous. Losing real quick used to make me nervous, but that's happened so many times. It just is what it is.
Sorry, what was that part about losing what?
Losing too fast. Like, you don't... I mean, I'd like to have an hour show if I could. Like, my last show was only a half hour. You know what I mean? Because if you lose, you lose. I don't have an unlimited budget to just keep stuffing the machine, you know?
Yes.
So.
Yeah, Yeah, my next stream will probably be $60 in 60 minutes. Can we make it last? And my biggest fear about going live is not being able to find a machine.
Oh, really? See, when I go live, I don't even have an idea of what I'm gonna do. Like, it's definitely just like what I do in normal life. Sometimes I'll have a game on my mind, like I'm addicted to the trains. Like, yes, I want to play the trains. But when I go live, I never really have a plan. Like, I just go, and then I see what's available. I'm like, all right, let's try this, let's try that, let's try it, you know.
That's a really good mentality. The next time I stream, I'll definitely try having that mentality. Because usually when I play, I'm like, all right, this is the mission I go to next. Then this is the mission I go to now. This is the mission I go to. Then after I'm done with that mission, I run over to that machine, hope it's not taken. And you know what's the most difficult part is when I play on a machine, then a backup machine, then a backup machine, and both the machines are taken, I start sweating.
Yeah, I mean, my memory doesn't work that way. Like, if I had a plan of 3 machines, I wouldn't even remember what the second or third one was once you're so into it, like just talking to the viewers and, you know, having fun. So I just have to kind of go as it goes.
Good approach. And I know I'm kind of jumping around, but I'm wondering, kind of going back to the basics, I'm wondering what got you into playing slot machines?
Hi, Tracy Ford. Sorry if I missed anyone. Hi, Gambleholic Queen Slots. So I would have to say my grandmother's got me into it. Honestly, like I was a little kid thrown in the back of the car to go down to Atlantic City when the Tropicana used to have an amusement park in the hotel, and they would like put me on the Ferris wheel made of a slot machine and the little roller coaster that would go up and down. So I was always kind of curious about gambling. And then I actually started gambling on the school bus, like when I was in 5th grade. Dice games and this and that. You know, my made as a bus boy. And then by the time I was in college, again, like I was getting closer to gambling age, but I kind of got around it by going to Niagara Falls. At that time, I went to Penn State and it was only a 5-hour drive. Remember that 5-hour drive with like $500 in my wallet? Like, you know how that went. So that was when I was 19, and then by the time I was 21, I was able to gamble with both my grandmothers. So that was very special.
Definitely. It is
How did you get into it?
It is definitely very special how you got into slots. And it's like,
hi, Kendra. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Sorry, my Wi-Fi does lag, but it is like so cool how you got into slot machines. I find it I find these like stories just really interesting and fascinating to hear. So I'm curious, what was the first machine? What was the first machine you got to play on?
I don't remember the first one, but my best memories were like when I turned 21. My grandmother used to like camp out at like Dick Clark, like the Pyramid, or Rocking Around the Clock, or there was like another one about his like his music, like the Countdown, where there was different records. It was nickel slots, and I mean, you can play forever. Like it was just bonuses galore.
Yes.
I also have memories of the original fishing game, like where you get like the little bottle, and then you can go to an exotic pond. I mean, I remember twice we sat down with like $100. We took it up to 1,000. I would leave to go play blackjack. I would lose. I would come back. She'd still be there, and then we do the whole cycle again. And the only reason why we stopped was to go to the bathroom or go to eat.
Such a fun trip. And I mean, it's kind of like I do remember hearing that the old school slots tend to pay out better, even though our newer slot machines make a lot of noise.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely had that superstition that the old slots do play better. Like if it's something's really good and it disappears, like, I wonder why. But I mean, of course, you can win on any slot machine, that's for sure. But it does seem like I was just in Atlantis and Reno last weekend. I had a really wonderful time visiting Diana for lunch and seeing some of my friends. And they still have some of those really old slot machines. And it does seem as though you do get like a lot of play on those. So
Definitely.
I am kind of an old soul and I'm very partial to old machines. I really do like them. Hi, Kendra again. She's such a...
Aw. Yeah, I find that like when I'm at the casino, sometimes I can sit at like at the older slot machine, and that's like and it seem to last way longer.
And then, but it's so funny though. It's not always true anymore. I used to think I did a lot better on my old classic reels, like Top Dollar, Pinball, Wheel of Fortune. And this year I've been murdered on those. Now, a lot of times they're a newer cabinet, so it's not really like an old school slot. Like if you play the Top Dollar at Cosmo, for example. But I mean, it's not always where I do well on those, but I do like those. Like I don't need all the bells and whistles. Like just give me a pinball symbol to land and I'm like, yes, but it is what it is. They're all designed to take your money. We have to understand that.
Nice. And what's interesting is like sometimes when I do go up for the film content, like when I do go up sometimes I don't seem to last. I kind of mad towards old school slot machines because of the way that they show up on like the video, because due to like the glares and like just like the kind of fading colors, which makes it really hard to recode. That's why sometimes I find that I gravitate towards the newer machines.
The new machines definitely have a lot more of a accessibility, like if you're a viewer watching online, I think sometimes like all the little things they do, the color. And so Mike asks what days I'll be visiting us in New Jersey. So my last living grandmother, I lost my other one last fall, unfortunately. Everyone was so gracious with their condolences. She's turning 80, so we're gonna go to Atlantic City. I don't have the exact date, but it looks as though it'll be the weekend of the 20th. So maybe I'll arrive Thursday the 19th and go till Sunday the 22nd of August. So more to come, especially my courties. You'll all know where I'm going, as always. And Kendra, of course, the queen of Atlantic City. Love you. I have the nicest people in my life. Like, I just can't even, so blessed.
You have some of the kindest people, and I'm really hoping someday that we can meet up and do a collaboration.
Sure, I'd be happy to collab with you.
Yes.
So, hey, I did a live show from the casino. Was it 2 or 3 weeks ago? I think I'll do another one soon. I'm really busy with life right now. We agreed to sell our home in California, so that's closing in a few weeks, and we're putting offers out for new homes. So that's kind of my focus right now. But I am still gambling a little bit when I can, but I just don't have time to film and edit and this and that. So, but I'm not going to disappear forever. So I'll be back.
I definitely can't wait for you to come back, but definitely do everything you need to do, because the house and things are in life is definitely a priority.
And life is the priority.
Yes. And before I forget, I'm also deeply sorry to hear about your loss. I'm very sorry.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Everyone has loss, and I'm sorry for everyone's loss. I know this was a miserable year for a lot of people. I really had a lucky COVID year. I mean, despite catching COVID while I was burying my grandmother, that was a little bit much for me. But I mean, I'm very lucky, and I'm sorry for everyone watching who has lost anyone they've loved this year or even ever. I know a lot of my closest friends, viewers, supporters have all had extreme loss. I mean, I couldn't even name everyone. So all of you watching, I'm sorry for your losses as well.
It's definitely been a very sad and upsetting year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's definitely been like a lot of depression, and there's a lot of loss, like really like, a lot of depression, and kayak in the slot community, a big loss was Rain's a slot. So as like a tribute, can we please put Rain love in the chat?
Yes, rest in peace, Wayne. We weren't like close friends or anything, but I did meet him, and it was just so sad to hear about his journey. And I know Lori here was his guardian angel, and everything she did for his family was just so selfless.
Yes, she was definitely an angel to Rain. And it was like, and when I heard what happened, it was absolutely heartbreaking.
Yeah. And it's like it's so sad, like everyone has loss, and it's just always our reminder, like, to make the most of the time we have. We don't know when it's going to be done, and if there's one thing I'm good at, it's making the most of my time. Like I feel like I'm like overindulged all the fun I've had already. Like I have a big birthday coming up in January, so if I can make it to 40, like, you know, I guess that's an accomplishment, right? It's not easy to stay alive, so.
I'm just like find it like crazy just how suddenly somebody can be gone, and it's like how sudden everything is. That something can just change in like an instant.
Does maxing the volume and poking the eyes help? What does poking the eyes mean? I don't get that. Is that one of your sayings, Simon?
Actually, that originated from Juicy Doocy.
Okay.
One of my friends, and like poke the eyes means like this kind of go to Panda's face, Panda either on Dragon Link or any machine and go boop, like poke up, like the face like that, and then it's like boop, and that's supposed to bring you a lot of good luck.
Well, I'll have to try that, but I do believe in the maxing the volume. I mean, I've won on machines begrudgingly that did not have volume working. Like I mentioned, I'm addicted to the train game. It's like my absolute favorite game right now.
Yes.
Either one, whichever one's paying. Last trip, it was all aboard, which never happened to me. I was absolutely massacred, which seems to be my theme lately. I'll just start so low. So like I'm playing pennies and suddenly I'm down $5,000. I don't know how. And then I go to the train game and I put $500 in and it goes up to 9,000. I'm like, oh, I love all aboard. Where has this been my whole life? But my favorite one is the Cash Express luxury line. And at Cosmo, there's one Buffalo one where the sound doesn't work. And I'll sit there and play it because I really like that game and I feel left out, like I'm not getting the noise. But I have won on it. So, I mean, it's obviously possible to win without volume, but I love the volume and I love the volume as loud as possible. I don't care how loud it is. If they can hear it on the other side of the casino, I could care less. Like I want my machine as loud as it can go.
Yes.
You know what I mean? This is how I am. How are you like that, Simon?
Actually, thanks for the correction. The tone that poked the eye did originate from SD Guy. So thanks for letting me know.
Oh, that's SD Guy. Okay.
The legend. And also, usually when I play, I love maxing the volume as high as I can go. And this is like, and Slaughterhawk brings up a really good point. You are paying for the noise.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm screwed if I don't get the noise. Like, if you're gonna take all my money, like, let me enjoy the noise. I agree with you, Josh. Absolutely.
Yes. Definitely, like the louder it is, the better. And I just find it. And another thing I love about the music is, especially if you're recording, is to have the music, the copyright blast it.
Yeah. The thing with that game, it's like, it's such a Hoover usually, but we all have those moments where it goes choo choo and you get something amazing. And like, it's just like, you just want amazing one more time. Like one more train in the train, please. So, I mean, Cosmo, it's a rough place to play that game. I'm excited to go to the MLS properties next trip. And I hear that Win has one that's a little lucky too. So I'm hoping Texan Jackpotter slot had an amazing one on that. So I'm going to try my on that. I sometimes do just for weeks debate where do I invest my free play. I think it's all going in the luxury line at $25.
Yes.
I want that red train with the train.
Definitely. That's a bucket list. I'm curious for you. I know it's kind of random, but I'm curious. I'm wondering what is a. Do you have any superstitions?
I think we all have some superstitions, right?
Yes.
Do I have a lot? I don't really know. Superstitions. I mean, I used to be like a late night player, like, oh, I can't really win in the daytime, but I think that's just like live to the trip. Like that, you know, if you lose in the afternoon, you're like, oh, I should have played at night. I'm luckier at night. All my big wins are at 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. I know the machine doesn't know what time it is.
Yeah.
I am superstitious about some casinos. Like some casinos, I think, even though it might not be based in reality, I feel like there's like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain who has a button who can suddenly make the whole floor tight. But sometimes the whole floor, like everyone's winning hand over fist. Sometimes the whole floor seems tight. So sometimes I'm superstitious about certain casinos. I won't name names where there's a magician behind the curtain with the button. The Moolah is a little bit extreme. I'm not a big Moolah person, but then I see Lori Luckbox hitting a Unicow or 5, and then I see Ashley hitting 1. I'm like, oh, I'll try some. Yeah, Kid, I agree. That's kind of the casino I was thinking of. I've never seen such a hot and cold casino in my life.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm just amazed how hot and like how cold the Cosmo can be at times.
Yeah, and this year for me it's really cold. Last year I had a lot of hot, and it's life, right? I'm diversifying a little bit now. That's why I'm going to the M Life. Hi, Texas Rose Mendoza Slot Adventure. But Cosmo's my home. I mean, that's where 90% of my money goes.
Yes.
I have an amazing host. Yeah.
All right. So sorry to interrupt. Judy Jetson, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Love ya, Simon. Thanks for doing this. Speaking of superstitions, none, but I have rituals. I'm curious, Judy Jetson, what rituals do you have?
Who, me?
Yes, like, do you have...
Oh, do I have a ritual?
Yes.
I was waiting for Judy Jetson to talk. I swear I've only had 2 sips of my wine. I need all my money facing the same way. And like, if you ever see me in the casino, I'm always counting my money. I always have to have a count where I am, like how far down I am. Like, I can't just like not have the accounting in my mind. It's like I'm constantly like rebudgeting in my mind. But I don't think I have many superstitions beyond that.
Yes.
I did have a prosperity bracelet I was wearing a lot, but then I lost it. And I don't know, I'm losing now a lot. Maybe I should find it. I don't have any charms or any other jewelry or anything.
Yeah, for me, my superstition, my ritual, actually not superstition, but my ritual is to only bring $20 to the casino. And like once I'm out of 20s, I'm done for the day. And
I wish I could be like that. I mean, that's how I ought to be, but it's like your bet just kind of rises as the time goes on,
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, for me, it's the polar opposite. As time goes on, especially towards the end of the stream, especially towards the end of the stream, if I'm trying to go for an hour, I go whoop, whoop, penny, 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 penny.
That's what I should try next time. Maybe I'll last the full hour, but then I won't have any viewers.
Also, thank Team Jason Fox for the $5 super chat.
Really
having on right now. Cheers. Boop. And also Judy Jackson, another super chat. $5 super chat. I put 20.
Pop Abe and I are the same. $100 bills. Yep, that's the problem.
Oh no. For me, there was one kind of funny thing. There was one time when I was at the end of one of my streams, and I was like down to the last $10, but I still had 10 minutes to go. So I sat into a buffalo, put like this like hit 1 cent, this bet 1 cent every 10 seconds, like. Read chat.
Well, listen, the slot machines are all the same. It's the people are tuning in because they like the person. So, like, obviously they adore you. So it doesn't matter what the bet level is. Some people we tune in just because it's a big bet, you know, despite if we don't like their personality or maybe they're not our favorite person. But if they're betting $500 a push, well, of course that's going to draw attention. So hopefully I'm somewhere in the middle. Like my most loyal supporters will watch me if I'm down to a lower bet, but hopefully I still bring some excitement that appeals to the bigger bettors too.
Yes.
Something for everyone. That's how my channel always was. I took a lot of pride in that. You could see me doing $100 Wheel of Fortune, but then you could also see me doing like a $3 bet and having a blast. So that's how I play in real life. I'm not one to just sit at the $100 machines, and then there's times when I'll just sit at the penny machines. So.
Definitely. Yes. So like, yeah, I'm like kind of wondering. I'm like also wondering, yeah, do you ever find that it's both sitting and chasing out a maxed out major or mega?
Well, I don't consider myself one to ever win a maxed out major, so I'm not one to really chase it. But there's been times where I've made bad decisions because of a maxed out major. Like, especially at Cosmo, that's normally my 90% frame of reference. I'll waltz in the door and, oh my God, there's 2 lightning links at a 10,000 maxed out major, and I'll try it. And I might not have ordinarily started at that machine at $25 a push, but oh my gosh, it's a maxed out major. So, and then suddenly I'm down $4,000, and that was my daily budget, you know, like. So I try not to get sucked into that, but every now and then a miracle happens. Last weekend in Reno, I hit a $10,000 maxed out major on Lightning Link. It was my second one ever, same casino. And I don't go there hardly ever. That was my third time in Atlantis and Reno in a year-ish, year and a half. And again, I get the maxed out major.
Wow.
The one I hit before was not a maxed out one. It was like 7,000 or 8,000, I think. But this was a maxed out 10,000. It's so beautiful too. It happened naturally, and the first one that hit was the major, and the chips go. Doo, 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 doo. I'm like, so that is a dream.
Super Squirrel
Thank you so much. You like my channel. I mean, I have other dreams. My dream is to hit the 1,000 credits on Top Dollar ×2 ×2.
Yes.
I have done it at the 1,000 credit level, but I want the ×2 ×2. All these huge progressives going off in Vegas has me dreaming. Oh, I want to be the $1 million winner. Like, that would be nice, right?
Same.
Not very likely to happen, but I don't mind dreaming about it. I have a table game dream. I do play tables as well, especially when the slots are killing me. And actually, it was Ultimate Texas Hold'em brought me back to win that 10,000 major because I was way, way down. Thank you for the super sticker money, $2. Yeah, so I was way down on the slots, and I went to the tables and I made everything back. And then my next machine was that major I hit because I couldn't even get on it. Everyone was on it. So of course, once it hit, everyone comes running around. You know, it's like, I'm like, yeah, it was me. And the funny part was Diana had been playing that machine earlier in the day. So I joked with Diana at lunch. I'm sorry, Diana. I took some of your money out of that.
Yep. Poor Diana.
Did I use? Oh, so yeah, last trip in Vegas, I did win 10,000 in free play in a slot tournament. Second time within a year. Wow. So I did play the free play. I won about 8,000 on it. So it's a decent conversion. It was better than the one I showed on my channel, for sure. And it was still a losing trip even with that. So what does that tell you? You know?
Congratulations on your 10,000 free play.
Thank you.
Definitely a dream come true right there.
It's so funny. I never dreamed it would happen again, and then it happened again. So now I'm dreaming about the 100,000 free play, like winning like a grand prize at one of those tournaments.
Wow.
I'm like a tournament. I hope it's not unpolite to say, but like a tournament whore. Like I want to play in all the tournaments now and win all of them. Kendra's husband just won the big tournament. Congratulations, Valvino. Your viewer Kendra in here. Her husband won the Rajas tournament in Atlantic City. So that was nice to see.
Yes. Straight Up Slots has really good advice. $3 super chat. Thank you so much. Speak your dream into existence. Amen. Truly enjoy. Woo!
Now you see me glowing thinking about these machines. I got a dream about my offer getting accepted on our dream home in Tampa. That's where I have to manifest all of our energy right now. Because July 3rd, we're going to be homeless if we don't get something accepted. So, meanwhile, I'll be in Vegas 2 weeks before that. But that's only because my fiance is going to Chicago. So he'll pack that weekend. I'll pack that weekend. So, yeah.
I'm wondering, have you ever heard of the slot bandits before?
The slot bandits?
Yes.
I've heard of that name.
They are a really good high limit YouTube channel. And they are in Tampa, so I think they would love to meet you if you ever made it to Tampa.
Well, let's talk about that. How many of you been to the Hard Rock in Tampa? That casino is like in a different universe. I have never in my life seen so many people gambling at once. It's like you can't even see from one side of the building to the other. It is just massive. 4 a.m. as there was thousands of people gambling. It made me feel normal. I was like, oh, these are my people. I mean, it's just beyond word. They have every machine. And like, if you follow their Instagram, you're always seeing these $100,000 winners. Well, because they have high limit Locket Link everywhere on the floor. Like every other carousel, it's like up to 100,000 on the grand. I'm like, wow.
Nice.
I actually broke even on those slots. So we had a fun time. I was overwhelmed as the gambler. I was like, I've never seen so many people gambling. Hi, Easy Life Joe.
Hi, Easy. Hello.
Hi, Marilyn Wilson. Hi, Melly.
I have never been to Tampa, but it's definitely something to do. So I'm kind of curious. When you went to Tampa, I'm wondering, how did you decide? Like when you went, did you feel that the casino was tight or loose?
Well, remember, the casino was a minor diversion just for a fun night, so that wasn't the heart of the trip. But of course, knowing me, I'm on West Coast time. I'm wide awake. It's Thursday night. Let's just go. My first machine, I sat down at Choo Choo. Choo Choo! I got the blue train and the blue train. First machine, $3,500. First machine. I was like, wow, I think Tampa's meant to be.
Yes.
So I actually broke even on those slots, and that was over 3 nights. I mean, I got a lot of play. That was my experience. I mean, I would never be losing for long. A lot different than how it goes in Vegas these days. But, you know, I've read that people say they're the tightest, most miserable slots. So obviously, if you lose there, it's the tightest and most miserable slot. Yeah. Sometimes I just lose and I know it's bad luck. Sometimes we have bad luck. Like, you know, it's designed to take your money. But my personal micro one-person experience, I was like, I didn't think these slots were tight. I got tons of play. I lasted till 4 a.m. last night. So, yeah.
I kind of think that because this, from what I can tell, there's so many people filtering in and out of that casino that the slots have a lot of time to cycle them random number generators and pay out at times.
Here's another superstition. I feel luckier when there's more people playing. I feel less lucky on an empty casino. And I did try the $100 wheel there. I didn't win anything. I saw someone hit 4,700. But You know, does anyone else feel that way? Because I'm thinking to myself, well, there's 100 slot workers, there's the staff, there's this. How are they all getting paid if there's nobody gambling? Like, you know, so
Yeah.
if the casino is full and I see some jackpots going off and there's a good energy, I feel luckier in that environment for sure.
That is definitely very interesting. I never thought of it in that way about going to a full casino versus an empty casino.
Mhm.
And it's definitely a good point that the machines have had more time to pay off and more play, just to kind of, I know it may not make any sense at all, but just to kind of superstitiously increase your odds.
I don't think any of our superstitions make sense, but so no, what you're saying makes perfect sense. And like, if you think about it, if every single high limit locking link carousel is full, of course we're going to see $100,000 grands being posted every day. But
Yes.
you know, too, on the flip side of the coin, the machine that's the casino that's less popular, they're probably paying out more comps, and they have to motivate the people to come back more. So maybe they would loosen their machines. So this is like a game we can play in our heads to fit our whatever argument or desire or whim we want. But
Yes.
I do feel luckier at a full casino rather than an empty casino.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, I feel like it's like this really interesting to think that the full casino might be better. And also, I think I might have already asked this question, but for those who are new,
hi, Casanova Squad.
Hi, Casanova. Hi, Saudi. Hey, everybody. Hi, Hopel. Hey, Straight Up Slots. Hey, Tiffany Mills. Super Scroll. Kino Kid.
You have 57 people in the room. That's wonderful. 61. Wow. Okay.
Yes. Woo. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. This means a lot for us.
So fun.
It is.
Lori feels lucky. She's nervous when it's an empty casino. Yes. Now I like not having to like be around. Like, you know, sometimes it's nice to have a. That's what I'll tell you a funny story, not to dominate the conversation.
Yeah.
But my fiance and I were sitting in one of the high limit parlors at the Hard Rock Tampa, and it was this escape from the main floor where it's just chaos. And they had these lazy boy chairs. It was so nice. And there was this really weird machine. It was like a double diamond machine, like a classic one, but it had free games on the top, like that had to go off on certain spins, like the 3 times, 5 times, or 10 times. And there would be a fortune where the machine would start shaking, and then the wheels start spinning really fast, and you know something good's gonna happen. And like we sat there for 3 hours. It was unbelievable. We were chasing the 10 games at 10x pay because it was 1 game away, and it finally happened, and it wasn't that great, but we had some hand pays, and Christopher really enjoyed that, so that was special. He's not as always into the casino, but he loved that. He liked the lazy boy chairs. They served free drinks in there, you know. So, yeah, that was fun.
Yes. My big question is, were you able to play the slot machine where you were in a lazy boy chair?
Yeah. I mean, my legs weren't up, but it's like a big chair. You could rock it.
Nice.
It was so sad because this machine we were camped out at, honestly, I had a voucher for $2,000. It was down to $100, and we quit up at $3,200. So it was like a $1,200 profit betting 3 hours at $10, literally. But it was right next to the ATM. So every like few minutes, you see the same people going back for walks of shame. And we were a little drunk. I'm like whispering to Christopher, I'm like, oh, there they go again. You know what I mean? Sad, like seeing the walk of shame because this machine was right next to the ATM. So since we were sitting there for so long, you know, we saw quite a few walks of shame for certain individuals.
Yeah. It is so cool to think that you're able to play a slot machine where you sat in the lazy chair. That's definitely a dream come true.
It's really relaxing. Christopher loved that versus being on the floor around like a lot of people up close, you know.
Yeah, so Easy Life Slot Jackpots is asking, Simon, have you ever drew Jason? Not yet, but that's about to change right now.
I think that's a lie because I think you did draw me once. Someone sent me a photo of it, and I didn't really know who you were at the time, so I couldn't thank you properly. So I think you did draw me once before.
All right, let's draw you right now again.
Okay.
Super
Do I have to sit still?
Super Spawn and Tiffany both say that they like the casino early in the morning. Smile, young camera.
Can you make me look younger?
Of course, I can pick up a few years. I can make you look like a king.
No wrinkles. Nice and young. Oh, hi, Hope. $5 super chat. Jason is a class act. Love you, Hope Lopez.
Oh, thank you, Hope, for the $5 super chat.
Hope everything's good in Hawaii. I'm just reading the chat.
Hi, got.
Some high rollers obtain free info from the best who know the opponent. Oh, and Easy Life Joe says you're the pro at Botox and fillers. I need them both.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Easy. Gotta dress you up in a suit since you're a king. And you gotta have a mimosa. Never forget.
Oh, always. That's like my drink of choice in the morning in the casino.
I do like.
It's 10 a.m. We're playing. Let's get the mimosas flowing. With Vuv. All right.
I do like drinking mimosas when I'm at home or during a special celebration like the holiday. So here's King Jason and his mimosa. Cheers.
Thank you. Yes, Melba, I'm 29. And some change. And honestly, like, if we did this interview in a month or two, I'll have more of a tan in my face. Like, I'll look a little better. Oh, so sweet.
Would you like me to add a beard or goatee? Great.
I'm going to the dentist tomorrow. Maybe they'll like that. Alan asked, what's your record for tax forms in one day? I mean, I've had those dream days every now and then, like probably like 30 or so. It's nice now with the aggregates where you don't have to get 30 slips. But sometimes I'll get an envelope from Cosmo. I'm like, oh, I had 16 that day? Okay.
Oh, thank you, everyone.
Simon, have you ever had a hand pay?
I have never had a hand pay in my life yet.
We have to manifest a hand pay for you. A grand. That seems fitting. A 50-cent grand. It can happen.
Yes. 50 grand. My manifestation is a grand on a 50-cent bet. Or 15 buffalo heads on a 1-cent bet.
That's one of my bucket lists. I've never achieved the 15 heads. I've had 14 a couple times. Love to get. I mean, I don't play buffalo all the time, but I love it when the bonus happens. I can get some heads.
Yes. Thank you, Artemisa. Sorry if I butchered your name. Angel. Hand pay for Simon. Woo! What is it?
Melba is $29.18.
What's the $29? I'm a little lost.
Like age 29 and some change. Yeah, I'm 29 and some change. I feel 22 in my mind sometimes. Jesse got hooked on Choo Choo by me. That game is something. I had 2 red trains in one weekend, and I never had a red train again. I would love a red train. And I would love like a Kendra style train. I want the Choo Choo to go off with the train and like the green train. It's so fun when you're sitting with someone and they don't understand what's going on. I'm like, you're getting thousands of dollars right now. How? I'm like, it's dropping each caboose, like, yeah.
That is definitely the best feeling. Like not knowing what's going on, then all of a sudden have a bunch of money.
Oh yeah. My cheeks start getting warm. I'm like, I want some cake. It'll be fun.
So much goodness.
Keno Kid has only had Keno hand pays. Last time I was in Cosmo, I walked right into the high limit parlor. I like to always do a walkthrough and just see what's going on, like who's playing or their winners going on. And like I walked by a Keno person and they hit the button and then all of a sudden they got like 10 numbers or something. It was like 50K. I was like, woo. It's like literally as I walked by. So I texted my friend Kathy. I'm like, ooh, we're lucky this trip. All right.
Yeah, it's like sometimes really interesting that when you first play a game or like a new game, somehow you magically win.
Yes, Jesse was yelling, drop it, drop it, drop.
Yeah.
That's heart pounding when you're like grand eligible, like to think that Grand Train could come out, like one day it's gonna come out.
Also, thank you so much, Debbie Bonds, for that $3 super sticker. Woo! Choo choo.
That's nice. Marilyn asks a really interesting question. Do you ever play slots you had a hand pay only to never get anywhere close to a win again? Oh, I'm sure. I think the train game's an example. Now, it's not a bad example because, like I said, Tampa just paid me out. But I constantly play the Cosmo one, and there's no action, like for me. Like it just doesn't do anything the last two trips. It's like a Hoover. Top Dollar felt like that for me a while too. I had a really unlucky Top Dollar run. I mean, there's times when I hit several sevens with doubles, you know, lots of big wins, but then there's these trips where I can't get one feature, you know? So I think we always go back to those games, and sometimes they taunt us.
They do.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's definitely one game. That I teased, I think that like teased me at one point. I think it was like an Auto Aristocrat. I played for a few spins, got a nice little win, and then I came back to try again with like the leftover, with like some leftover stuff, like with like a few dollars left over. Nothing. It was a dead shell.
Aww. I have to say I'm Team Aristocrat. Those are my favorite games. Like that's my favorite manufacturer by far. Least favorite game, but I have to just drop some money in it. Oh my god. I don't know. Because there's always a game like that. Like a game, oh, I swear I'm never playing that one again. And then here we go. Like we're right back to it. Let me think about that. I'll tell you, there's a new game that I'm in love with. Have any of you played the Food LA Babies, but with 4 screens?
Nope.
I looked online. Diana Avani, as far as I can tell, is the only one who's ever posted it. She's lucky because in Reno, they get these games before anyone sometimes. Like, for instance, I was at the Atlantis years ago and I was playing the Eureka Blast. They were the first ones to get it, you know, at the Dynamo.
Oh my gosh.
But it's Food LA Babies, just like normal, where the luck has arrived and the baby's coming out. But there's 4 screens. And as a bonus, you get more screens. So my friend Garrett, you might have seen on my channel, he was playing next to me. He was betting maybe $2, something like that. He went all the way to the top, got 12 screens, a $600 bonus. That he said was one of his best wins he's ever had. And then we were both sitting there for probably about an hour. And then I went back to it as well. I was betting nickels. I was bouncing around between 188 nickels, 288 nickels, or 388 nickels. So I think it was like, I didn't even know what I was betting. It was like $15 or something on average. And it was pretty active. The babies would come out. I had my ticket up to 1,500. I cashed out at like 600-700. So I doubled my money, but lasted a long time. And it was just really fun. So I'm hoping next weekend in Vegas, I'll see that game somewhere. Because I love that game. Are there any new games you've played that you just fell in love with?
For me, this thing I fell in love with is my favorite games of all things. Really enough, is Buffalo Gold. It's like my gravy potatoes.
Oh wow! You must watch Pico's channel a lot. He posts almost daily on Buffalo Gold, right? Yeah.
And then my other favorite game is Autumn Moon, Panda Magic. Then I also really do like, let me think, Epic Fortunes. I just love the bonus music, and that's the game I've fallen the most in love with.
There was a Panda Dragon Link at the Atlantis that had a maxed out major on it, but I couldn't get on it. There was always somebody on it. Are you like Team Lightning Link or Dragon Link? Like, do you think one's better than the other? I like Lightning personally, but
yeah. For me, I'm the exact opposite. I like Dragon Link the best.
Wow. Now, if I hit a grand on Dragon Link High Limit, of course we'll change that answer. But yes. I did hit a Lightning Link grand before, so that was one of my top 5 moments. On the penny slot, it was the nickel denom. Harrah's Lake Tahoe, before they got stingy and capped the grands. That's a casino I don't want to play at. If your casino is capped out on a $10,000 grand and it doesn't build, I don't want to gamble in your casino.
Yeah.
It means you're cheap.
Yeah, unfortunately, guys, all the casinos in my state, they all cap out at $10,000. So, like, $10,000 is the most you can ever win.
I mean, if it's the whole state, then it's like everyone's doing the same thing. But if you go to Vegas and one property has a capped out grand at 10, and you can play at another casino, it has 20 or 16 or 14, it just makes me feel like you're a cheap casino. I don't want to gamble in a cheap casino. Where else are they scrimping, Caesars is the only one I ever saw, and I can't stand those casinos.
Yeah.
A lot of people that work there, but it's not my cup of tea.
I might look at Caesars, but I probably won't play there very much when I go in July because they're not allowed recording at all.
Oh, they need to get with the times.
They do. And I'm wondering, what days are you going to Vegas in July?
Oh, you're going to Vegas in July?
Yeah, July 14th to 15th for the 14th, 11th to 15th. No, 11th through 14th for the Rogers Birthday Bash.
Oh, that's wonderful. One thing I appreciate Caesars, like even as a 7 stars, like through Lake Tahoe, although I won't make it this year, I'm sure, is they still give me free rooms. So whenever I'll do up to 2 rooms for myself and friends at Cosmo, and then I need more rooms. I have no problem taking a free room from Planet Hollywood and not dropping a penny. Oh, well.
Yeah.
You got me in Lake Tahoe, so if it's free, it's free. Yeah. So I do appreciate how easy it is to get a free room there.
Definitely. I'm wondering, what days are you going to Vegas in July?
I don't have any dates picked because I think we'll be getting settled in Tampa that month. But you never know, right? It's tough to keep the horse from the pond. So if I do come up with dates, I'll let you know.
Thanks.
But I will be in Vegas Memorial Day weekend and also mid-June. So.
I'm going from June 23rd to 27th.
Oh, I think I'll be there the 17th to the 20th.
I'm going to miss you. Dang it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Unless a miracle happens.
Well, the miracle would be like hit the 100,000 grand and we could just stay there for a month, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, right. The money would be gone in 5 days.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, cast the slots. July is like, let's get used to the new life. August is like Atlantic City. But we did book some Celine tickets for November at the Resorts World. Yeah, so that's exciting. I just booked that last night. $500 a ticket, and you have to pay $100 in fees. So it's $1,100.
That's a lot.
So we started in the balcony our first trip there, and like now we're at the front of the house.
Yes. And I'm just like, and I find it really neat that you're moving to Tampa, and I've not been to Atlantic City or Resorts World, so definitely let me know how it is.
Yeah, the Resorts World opens in June. I think it's exciting for Vegas, a new property.
Yes.
And I'm excited to go to Atlantic City. So I'm going to talk to Kendra and we're going to get all our plans set up. And it'll be fun. Atlantic City is always very, very sentimental to me. Even all these years later, because that's where I grew up as a gambler. Driving down the shore, lot of good memories, a lot of bad memories, a lot of wow, you were really crazy memories, but overall it was good.
Yes.
So my heart still pounds when the Vargas in the distance. I'm like, oh. Yeah.
And kind of off topic, but Rudy K is asking, you are our amazing slot machine. How much does it cost to own a slot machine? For me, owning a slot machine, I got my slot machines as gifts. And
what slot machines do you have?
I have 4 slot machines. I'll show you in a second. But
Okay.
I got 4 slot machines as gifts. And a slot machine usually costs anywhere between $800 to $2,000, depending on the model and what games you want. So let me flip the camera around so we can see, so I can show you the machines if you're curious in seeing.
I'm curious.
All right, here we go. 1 second. All right, got to adjust the lens.
Hope I heard that too. The 24th of June.
All right,
oh,
so
look at you! You have your own double diamond.
one of my favorite machines. This one was a high school graduation present.
Oh, wow.
Weird thing is, I got into slot machines and into slot community in my senior year of high school.
Wow.
Does
that thing turn on?
Yes, it does power up. Let's power up this baby and see what happens.
It's like we're back in COVID. Like you're gonna gamble for us from home.
Yeah, home gambling. This machine on it goes.
Oh, look at it! It's such a beautiful one.
I'll give it a few lucky King Jason spins.
Okay.
Load. Come on. Load. All right, here it is. Max bet.
More.
More. That's it, more. Come on. Woo! Sweet one right there.
Oh, I love that. That sounds like Atlantic City to me. Like it's a very classic sound.
Definitely. I heard Atlantic.
You can't hear that sound at the Cosmo. Like it doesn't sound like that. That's like an Atlantic City sound.
Yes. What does the Cosmo sound like?
Music, like rock, like a young person's music.
Yes.
What's it called?
I did not realize that Atlantic City sounded like Double Diamond.
Doesn't this sound like Atlantic City to you? Okay.
Yes.
Hi, Range World Vegas slots.
Hey.
Mid-August we're going to Atlantic City. Like I think the 17th to the 20th, something like that. But I haven't purchased the flights yet. But they're going to be way cheaper from Tampa. I did look into it.
Definitely. And here is my 1983 IGT Wild 7 slot machine.
Wow. What's the theme with the eyeballs on the machines?
I like to put faces on them.
Okay, they're real. Do they have names?
Yes, of course they do. Yeah, may you please try muting your other device since I hear an echo.
I'm not on. I don't have any sounds.
Yeah, I was having an echo. So this is Darcy the Double Diamond. Darcy the Double Diamond.
Hi, Darcy.
Hey. Here is Nicole.
Aww.
Here is Nelly the Lotus Flower.
Which one is that?
It's an IGT Lotus Flower.
See, that's tough for me. I would either want a really old one like that or like a classic double diamond would be great. Like I'd be happy with either. I don't know.
Definitely. And my favorite one is my blue board because I can play multiple games on it.
That's nice.
I have multiple game chips in here that I can switch out.
Wow, you're so fancy. I wouldn't even have the slightest clue. I don't think Christopher would be very happy if I bought a slot machine for the house.
Oh, no.
I'm very impressed, Simon. That's amazing.
Thank you. So that is my slot machine collection. I did get the games as fan mail.
Oh, they were fan mail?
They were fan mail, but also a really huge shout out for the fans who got these amazing games. I love them so much. So thank you, everybody.
Wow.
They're
That's
on
amazing.
Facebook fans.
Aww.
It was like so sweet. It was like when I got that package, it was like Christmas Eve in the middle of summer.
Wow.
It was like so amazing. I like to back to the computer. I'm curious if you do own a slot machine. What slot machine would you like to get?
I mean, the dream would be like a Wheel of Fortune machine. That's my favorite, the classic one. I'd be happy with so many different ones. Like I love those old reels. Like, and then also the old like Clio 2. Can I have like one of those IGT old school combo machines? Like that'd be fun.
It would.
With Stinkin' Rich on there.
Nice.
You know, cats.
Sorry.
The security hassle, some places, I mean, when I used to film, like I kind of had a good idea. I would only go where I knew I was allowed. Like I wasn't about to be hassled. But every now and then the temptation goes like to a certain local where like they have the nice pool. And I would try to sneak a video and I would get hassled, and that's never fun. Ting Ting cash machine, yeah, that'd be nice.
It's definitely, it can definitely be scary for security to come busting your video.
There's one on my channel in Atlantic City where I got shut down, and the gentleman was ignorant, absolutely ignorant. I was in the Munchkin land. I was getting like I had a lollipop parade going, and he started like belittling me, and like we were going at it, and then I demanded they bring the casino manager down to the floor. Like you're not going to talk to me like that. Like I didn't fly here from California for you to treat me this way. Yep. So I demanded, and I did receive an apology. Yeah. So yeah, it was at Caesars. It was absolutely ignorant. Absolutely ignorant.
Horrible.
I honestly can't stand that place, but I keep going because I have a nice host there who gives me a couple rooms and all the free play I ask for and this and that. But it's against the law. Okay, sure. Like, and then like, he was mimicking me and making faces. It was like so derogatory. I was just like, I couldn't believe it. So I posted it on YouTube too.
I'm glad you called them out on YouTube. Especially the way that the staff treated you.
I mean, I don't know if I kind of made funny of it on YouTube. I didn't like say this jerk was, I didn't make a formal stand, but I did stand up for myself.
That's good.
Don't tell me these fake laws. Like, I get New Jersey has laws, but also like there's other channels filming. Like, I actually had permission from Caesars to film on the next trip, but it got canceled for COVID. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely times when sometimes I go live and I'm also kind of nervous about getting caught, especially during the middle of a live stream.
That's the one. It's like the win was like sometimes I have like anxiety because I knew I was allowed to film. I had the cell phone of the head security staff because the staff didn't understand their own policy. Like, Win was kind of going from a never ever to sure as long as it's not live, but half the staff maybe didn't hear the news, and then like they're always like bothering you. Yeah,
I do hear that Cosmo is pretty recording friendly, and that's why a lot of people
standard setting. That's why everyone goes there. Yeah, it's like they encourage it.
They do.
Nobody has to get permission. It's not like a special club where only me and one other channel can film. Nope, everyone's carte blanche. You have to respect the patrons. You know, you can't get faces in the picture, but you know.
I have issues getting a photo of the machines.
Well, Cindy, yeah, I mean, my host knew that I was slot channel. it was very early in my channel days. And I'm a good player there. I mean, you know, like I'm not, there's always bigger players, but like if you're a decent player to have in the house, you know, you might as well like make me happy. And like they actually were going to host, it wasn't like a Brian Christopher meet where it was going to be a glamorous big time meet with like a slot tournament or this or that, but they were going to host a happy hour for me, like for as many of my supporters that wanted to come, and allow me to film, allow me to do a group poll, you know, so that would have been pretty new for Caesars. But you know, it's like New Jersey is just so, it's a lot of old, like Venetian and Palazzo were that way. As I understand, just hearing stories from Diana, like the leadership is just like ancient. No offense, because some of my best friends in life are in their 80s. But when you have a non-forward thinking management group, you're old and not open to what's contemporary. That's where the conflict is, you know, like the YouTube is contemporary. These are the times, like engagement, you know, like I'm not even with the times. I don't have a TikTok. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like out of times. So, you know, but it's only to their advantage to allow like people to want to go there. But of course I get there's concern for security because there are channels that are irresponsible, or, you know, like in the case of my local, they don't want some channel who just, you know, if their thing is just profanity and vulgar, they don't want that, you know? So I get when they want to pick and choose who goes, but I personally, of course, want like a Cosmo style where anyone can just go in.
Same. Yes. And that's like, and the weird thing was I found out that because that casino does not allow recording was through SD guy, when SD guy was kind of ranting and raving. I mean, like ranting about how this casino kept kicking him out, and I found during the tournament he had to be very sneaky because he had to end the machine, and he couldn't film, and he could not, and he had to be very careful about what he could film.
Yeah, I mean, and someone like him, I mean, he has such a following. Like, he's such a big star. Like, of course, like, they're not going to care. But if it's just like a local and, you know, you're a newer channel, maybe you have 100 subscribers and you're putting the casino in a bad light, of course, they're not going to want to work with you, you know? So you have to, it's a privilege, you know, and I treat it that way. Like, you have to be, and it's not to say like, oh, like you hear me speaking very candidly how Cosmo is hoovering me. Like, I don't owe them anything. Like, I will give you my honest impression of everything about the place. But of course, I'm not going to be rude. You know, I'm going to be polite. You know, seems like common courtesy goes a long way in a lot of things.
It does. All right. So I do notice that we are at the top of the hour. I'm wondering, does anybody have any last questions? Any comments? Sorry, 1 second. Right, sorry. Yeah, sorry, my camera went up for a second. But yeah, I'm just like thinking, just like, yeah, I just find. Yeah, I also did talk to quite a few people who say that you definitely should get permission before you go live or do anything.
If you don't want to be disappointed, I mean, if you have any concern, it's educate yourself on their policy. It's just the problem was when the staff they have different understandings of the policy. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, that's definitely a big problem. Thank you, J-Rail. All right. Oof. Wi-Fi is freezing up again.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Simon. It was so fun.
Sorry. Yeah, you're very welcome. The screen. All right, now we have unfrozen on the screen. All right, so Melbear does have a question. Have you had a lemon verbena at the Cosmo without giving it away? What did you think?
I'm not a verbena fan. It's not for me, but a lot of people swear by it. So you'll have to try it yourself and make your own judgment. I will say my favorite drink at the Chandelier bar is Give Peach a Chance. And it's a very special drink to me because one of my dear friends and I always share one. And it's been a while since we've had one. So I can't wait to see her again and we'll have one.
Yes,
so.
I definitely got to try some of these drinks. And I really do want to thank everyone for being here. Also, thank you, J-Will Slots, for dropping Jason's link. Because if you had not already subscribed, please be sure to subscribe to Jason. That would mean a lot. And
Thank
I
you.
really hope everybody has a great day. And I do think that the slot bands are live.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
See you. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you, Melvin. Thank you for all your kind words today in chat. Sorry if I did not get to say hi to everyone, or if I did not see everyone's questions. Definitely do not hesitate to leave your questions in the comments, because I'll definitely look through the comments and try to answer the questions. Thank you, Judy. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you, J-Bill. Woo. Thank you, Alan. Bye-bye, Kendra. See you, T-Town. Thanks to Cindy for coming on in. Mobile, Socks and Socks. Mike. In the game. Bye-bye, Rainbow. Alan. In broadcast.